That's a tough one. I would.
Because what if somebody watched Citizen Kane and they genuinely enjoyed it? Will they say that is my favorite movie without the idea, like the context of people say it's an amazing movie
I
because
mean,
it was made
you
how
know,
it
when you put it
was?
that way, I think yeah, you're not pretentious if you just like. Have you seen How I Met Your Mother?
Like some of it, I don't know.
You know what? That's a bad example anyway. Yeah, I do think if you just enjoy it, you know, that's not pretentious. It can become pretentious if like you can enjoy it and also enjoy that it makes you sound cool or learned or whatever. You know, that makes you pretentious. But
Because I guess part of being pretentious, you would have to, or I guess part of identifying somebody as being pretentious, you would have to understand where they're coming from. And usually that's picked up in some of the language that they use. Like, specifically, if somebody said, oh, you like that movie, it's like, you're a fan of the new A-Team movie, The Expendables. But, and I will say, I have been pretentious about movies in the past. Like, I remember somebody was like, hey, you want to go watch Jack Reacher 2? And I was like, not really.
all right.
Wait, so no, are you hearing me on the stream?
Noah's not hearing you on the stream. As I said, the audio is not there because we're on Discord.
Oh, okay. I guess tell Noah. Oh wait, so he can hear me on the stream. Well, no, I'm not talking specifically to him on the stream. I'm talking about the idea of how can you
Through the
okay,
mic.
Shadow, tell him tell him we're not referencing a specific person. We are questioning, or I am questioning the idea.
No, we're not referencing you specifically. Okay, so for the purposes of this, I am not going to count the graphic sign just because I don't want to have to go through and make 50 characters until I get my first, you know, it's too much effort to reset.
Well, Noah, I'm not talking about a specific person. I'm talking about the idea of. Sorry, I heard some people yelling outside. The idea, uh, if somebody truly enjoys something that pretentious people enjoy, are they being pretentious, or is it that they just happen to like something of a pretentious nature? Because, like, in my reference was if somebody genuinely believes that Citizen Kane is their favorite movie, not because of like, oh, because the film critics believe it's the best movie ever made, but because they watched it and they were like, man, they love this. That doesn't innately mean they're pretentious. So the question was, how do you know somebody is pretentious? And I guess you have to take it by like their intentions behind liking it, which can some kind of times be a little bit difficult because you have to derive intent.
Okay, I made a good attempt. No restart. So wild. I'm on Discord. In previous time. You know what? We were just noticing that it showed me as is on the PlayStation. I'm wondering, like, have they increased their integration with PlayStation? Because I swear the last time I tried to do a stream while I was on Discord, the sound didn't come through. Okay, Noah, you said both that Digger is too loud. Oh, okay, okay, I got it. Okay, so I am coming through, and my mic is picking up Digger talking as well. So the actual Discord integration is not any better. Okay. Okay, I think we know what we have to do. Yeah, Digger's not talking right now. So what I might do is go back and forth where I defeat a new boss, um, and then flip back to do a Defos run. And then when I die, I go back and defeat new bosses. You know, maybe not always just one boss. Like if they're like easy bosses, obviously I'm not gonna do a 5 minute dungeon and then quit. Okay, Hitless number 2. Trying to imagine, is there something I should be having better, or something else I should be getting instead? I guess not. Anyway, literature is great, movies are great, video games are great.
Is there? Have you ever read something pretentious in that way?
Not to my knowledge. Nothing's coming to mind. It's like I don't really think there are. I don't. I can't think of a game that people only like because they're supposed to like it. Like, I think it's probably because video games are not really considered like highbrow in general. Like even Elden Ring, the best game ever. No one's like, I like Elden Ring because I'm cultured. It's more like I like Elden Ring. Oh, what the fuck? No way. More like I like Elden Ring because I'm a skilled gamer or something like that. So yeah, I can't think of anything. No, you don't have to tell me to reset. I know what I'm doing, bitch. I just wish I didn't have to go through the naming process every time. I'll streamline this a little bit. You know what, Digger? I've heard some people say they like Balatro. Can you get any more pretentious than that?
Yeah, I was actually playing.
Okay, we did pretty well that first run. I think we gotta get some of that.
Interesting. So Noah, when you played some of a lot out? Exchange. Exchange. Yes, I got it.
Oof. I wish you could reset the fight, but you can't. I think art people are the most pretentious. Oh, we're on four. By which I mean like people who are, we'll say, invested in art. Like they actually think about good art, quote unquote good art. I think they're the most likely to be pretentious about it. Damn. We'll get this, guys. We'll get this. You think Radon going to be this hard? What's that?
100%.
Well, this is proceeding apace. I still got my first playthrough on there. Greg. hold on, just a second. Oh, guys, gentlemen,
Bad
gentlemen,
Dewey books, you know.
gentlemen, you can. Oh shit. Well, you can reset if you quit out of the fight before he kills you.
Right.
However, it doesn't refill your mana. But I think I can work with that. Also, doesn't refill your health, but I can work with that. Oh, well, that means the first hit will kill me, so I can do this one time. But for future reference, if I just get hit once, I can quickly. Well, all right, now you can leave,
So,
Digger. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
actually, now before, um, I guess our conversation about we were talking about old Cosmere earlier before it all got broken up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So I guess Adonalcium made all the planets. I guess I don't know. It's not like explicitly explained, but it was explained that something that I didn't think of was that honor and cultivation came to Roshar, like the Rosharan system, after like things were already happening. I didn't think about the idea that they didn't make the singers. The singers were already there.
Hmm. Interesting.
Because it's something that it's obvious, but you don't think about because there needed to be people populating these planets for them to subsequently shatter at an Alcyon. But then you forget that I guess because it was just gathering people there originally, and preservation had to like fight to get people to thrive on their planet. Um, but innately, there were already lots of different beings throughout the galaxy.
Uh huh. Well,
Um,
I guess I didn't know about lots. I knew there were obviously there were people around somewhere.
I guess there were, yeah. I guess I say lots just because I assume that there must be lots of people eventually to get together and kill a god. Because I assume they put multiple nomadic people on a random planet that somehow substitute and all them are near all powerful. But yeah, so I guess
Well,
essentially in this book it talks about how like the Spren were already there, but then Honor and Cultivation were like, let's make our own, and that's how you get like the Spren who are intelligent.
gotcha, gotcha.
But yeah, so my guess is Odium saw the Spren that they made and was like, I'm gonna make my own versions.
It's like hmm. Into the church. I don't know if I get like extra iframes or whatnot from being naked, or like I don't remember how it works in Elden Ring. Other than obviously you can
Yeah,
if you're actually over encumbered, that's a problem. But I don't know the
like I didn't look into iframes being any encumbrance.
encumberment. I think they both work. Except in Dark Souls 2, and it was based on some random ass stat.
Really.
Yeah, adaptation. They had a stat for it.
Dark Souls 2, I understand that, the creator of Dark Souls 1 went on and had to work on uh, Bloodborne, so he let like the people who worked under him on Dark Souls 1 take over Dark Souls 2. Um, but I just don't fully understand why they were like, all of these systems that are core to like these very like small random systems in this game. We're just gonna change all this stuff. It's like why change how you do iframes? Why change from being omnidirectional to being like eight like core paths of direction?
I don't know. I mean, there could be many reasons. Like omnidirectional is harder, so that's one. Like maybe they were like, okay, we'll make it, we'll simplify it by making it octadirectional, and then use that, use that extra time to put in more content because it does have a lot of content.
You know what, Shadow? Why exactly did they make Dark Souls 2?
Dark Souls One was a hit.
But
Well,
I
hit's
guess
probably
like
not.
if if the creator of Skyrim then said, I am moving on to make another game similar to Skyrim, but I'll eventually come back to Skyrim, I feel like most people would be down with it. The idea of it's kind of like the Bungie made Halo, correct?
Some of them. I don't
Because like
I don't know. You know.
wasn't there a noob who made the Halo games that people started to hate?
Yeah, I mean, there's Bungie and 343, but I don't remember which is which. But yeah, I mean, when you think about it,
They just wanted to make a worse experience.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, you gotta, the creator of Dark Souls made a successful game. He had uh, a team who helped him with it. He went on to make another game, and then, I like it makes sense that they gave, the people who were like basically, apprentices. It's like, okay, now it's your time to do it for real. See what you can do.
Oh.
And they failed.
It's like I
Well, failed is a strong word. They didn't make as good a product. It was still good.
yeah. Well, I believe you can say they failed because Dark Souls 2 is pretty universally looked at as the worst of most players. Like I don't know if there's anyone who's like, yeah, Dark Souls 3 is the worst.
Well, of course not, because Dark Souls 1 would be worse before Dark Souls 3.
But I mean, Dark Souls 1 you could say is the worst not because of like Dark Souls
The
1 is
mechanics of
bad
Dark Souls
because
2 were a problem.
exactly. It's the mechanics that are bad. You can say that there are specific areas of Dark Souls 1 that just absolutely horrendous to play in. Like Blight Town was Dark Souls 1, right? Or
Oh,
was that
yeah.
Dark Souls 3?
That was Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
But Dark Souls 3
Like
had
Blight
equivalents.
Town. But it's like if you look at Blight Town and like different areas of Dark Souls 1 that you're like, these are exceptionally punishing bad races and in ways that you're like, I have to essentially be hyper aware, and it's very dirty. Like you have to go into an area, you have no idea where enemies are. It's poorly lit, and you just get hit from out of nowhere and get like insta killed by these like shitty mechanics of like bleed and poison and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, so I can understand specifically Blighttown is horrible, and I think the poison in Dark Souls 1 was bad because it took your life down so fast. But for Dark Souls 2, it's like the story didn't really make sense. There wasn't really any information on it. They changed, as we talked about, like the omnidirectional to eight like core paths or eight core directions. It's like they made more stats in Dark Souls 2, which then made it more difficult to really choose what to do and level up.
I think they
It's
made a
like
lot of. It almost feels like a test run, right? Like they tested a lot of different variations. Like all these
Yes, it
new.
felt like they made unnecessary changes that made the game worse.
I mean, they also had the like if you kill the enemies in a zone enough, or if you kill an enemy enough times, it just stops respawning. So like they made a quote unquote not an easy mode, but a like if you're really having trouble, you can eventually work through it mode. But then they also had that thing where you could like reset an area and or like level up the enemies to new game plus in the area. And they had a covenant where you could increase the difficulty. They had a
Everyone knows that Dark Souls 1 and 3 are so good, but it reflects poorly on 2, and that's why it's looked at as being bad because 1 and 3 were as good as they were.
yeah. I
Which I
mean,
know is contrary to what you say because you don't like 1.
it's not that I don't like one. It's just very. It's not nearly as good as three, and not because one is bad. It's just like a factor of. I mean, really, it's a factor of time. Like three came out like 10 years afterwards or something, so they just had such a better like engine. They were able to put in more content.
And there's a big issue of if 3 is the first game you play,
Oh yeah,
yeah, 1 is bad like there.
like when I tried to go back to.
What about the remastered Dark Souls 1?
I mean, even the remastered is not is awful compared to three, like graphically, which is fine. I mean, it's expected. I don't. I wasn't able to compare it from like it had been a long time since I actually played the original, so I don't remember how much. I've not played Demon Souls. I've seen you play it, and to Noah's point, like I enjoyed Dark Souls 2. Like when I went from Dark Souls 3 to 2 for a while, I was like, oh, this is hell. It's so awful looking. It's so awful feeling. But I played it a while and I got used to it.
Tabs are hitting me, my left front somehow.
And I mean, there were a lot of mechanics in Dark Souls 2 where I'm like, this isn't necessarily bad. It's not that I don't like it. It's just different than the rest of the series, which feels weird. But like the mechanic where, you take damage. I don't want to say you take damage slowly because that's not right. But
Like DOS damage?
it's like the
Are you talking about poison?
no. I'm thinking about the health bar.
I
Like it feels weird.
permanent health is decreased.
Oh, well, I wasn't even considering that. No, I'm thinking about the. It just feels clunky the way the instances of damage are taken. Like when you take a hit, when like a hit connects to you. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? It's the fact that you don't like. You can get hit and it doesn't stagger you or anything. Like it doesn't affect your body. You just get hit and take damage, which is there might be some instances of that in the other games, but like in Dark Souls 2, it's very consistent. Like you'll get hit and nothing will happen. Your health just goes down. And I also think your health goes down in a weird way. Like the bar drains, kind of like in Bloodborne. You know how you take a hit and it drains away instead of being an instant. And then they had like the life gems. I don't know. It's just a weird mix. You know what it is? I think I can sum it up. Apart from the things like the losing omnidirectional movement, I think most of the changes in Dark Souls 2 can be summed up with they're trying to make it easier for players, with the notable exception of losing your health when you die, which I think is the balancing factor. Like, okay, we made it so that you don't get staggered when you get hit, so you can like you're not stun locked as much. You know, you
They made it difficult in other ways. And I feel like for
Well, I mean, for the sake of the argument, it's also a lot more clear, right? Like they have the adaptability stat. You can go look
Yeah,
up.
it gets longer.
You can look up. Okay, if I increase my adaptability to 96, I'll get one more iframe. It's very, very specific about what you're getting. It doesn't spell it out as much, or it doesn't 100% spell out what that stat is. But if you look up what the stat is, you can do the math, or you don't even need to do the math like you do in Dark Souls 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, because it's just there. So yeah, I mean there are a lot of like adding life gems, just a way to just have infinite heals, being able to permanently despawn enemies by just killing them enough, all those things. Everything is just making it easier to play. But then they rolled it, or they countered it all by losing the omnidirectional movement, which just it makes it harder to do everything. Anyway, I do agree. Like the biggest complaint about Dark Souls 2 is that it's you know in comparison to 1 and 3 is not as good. But like as a standalone game, also considering its time, like you know, I think it's still great. Really wish I didn't have to go through the cutscene every time I die, or go through skipping the cutscene. Once we get past this fucking Church of Anticipation, things will go a lot smoother. God, I don't even remember what we're on now. H8, maybe? I do need to go back and finish Dark Souls 2, Deathless Run. But now it's been so long, I'll basically be starting over. It's been like,
Yeah.
has it been 2 years? No. I think I started. So I did some quote unquote deathless runs on Elden Ring when it first came out, but I think I then went back to Dark Souls 2, or like I started yeah, I think it's probably been about a year since I did Dark Souls 2. Oh shit! I got a stun on him, Digger. First time. We're getting there. And now I don't know these moves as well. So we don't get here very often. I mean, some of them are the same. I want him to do some of his exaggerated. There we go, like that. Ooh. Well, sadly we're out of mana. Oop. Ah. I forgot that that was a charged like move and not a second phase. So you can just wait it out. Okay, well that was a good start, Digger.
Well, I'm rooting for you, Shadow, but I now do not actually have enough of it.
Okay, I believe you.
See you, baby.
The stream isn't ending until I kill the grafted scion. I guess I could keep my bow. That could come in handy if I get him down to low health and want a safe method. Damn.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will.
All right, this is the one chat. Damn. This is the one chat. So I won't get my free hit in. And I have less than half my mana. Okay, we'll play it out. Probably behoove me to spend some time actually studying his moves. Or watching someone else defeat him in a hitless run. I mean, I know his moves. And I can usually dodge most of them. Just by rolling backwards, but there's probably like a better way to do it. Guessing some of these moves can be dodged by rolling into him and getting some free hits in or something. Honestly, I can't tell whether being like 0% encumbered affects my run speed at all. So that was a bit of a mistake. I don't know if you caught it, chat. Okay, couple mistakes. Alright, I'm going to do some quick research. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm noticing that this guy is A, using the bow, and B, not two-handing the sword, and not using Unsheathe. And says that a lot of the Grafted Scion's attacks are heavily luck-based, as in it can go seamlessly from one moveset to another, so you can't punish, you know, any specific move necessarily safely. There's a lot of backing off, getting one hit in and backing off, shooting with the bow. He does get naked though. I do not think I'm equipped to quickly go between the bow and the sword in a fight. Also, there's a free hit at the start of the game. I mean, at the start of the fight. You can definitely do the unsheathe there. Arguably, you can do multiple free hits, I think. Certainly the first one. Okay, yeah, so I think if you hit him after the first... Okay. I also noticed that this guy rolls into the attack. Okay. It's really fucking hard to practice, though, when you have to when you have to make a new character after every few hits. I mean, what I could do is just be very cautious and just wait for the attacks that I know I can get a hit in with the unsheath. Even if it takes forever, which it will.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Also, if I wait for every unsheathe, probably never stagger him. Maybe not never, but I'm gonna stagger a lot less. And that's where a lot of the easy damage comes in. Yeah. So you can hit him right from the start there. Yeah. If you hit him right from the start, he just backs up. So that's a freebie. That's two freebies. we're gonna go with unsheathed. We're gonna try to be very careful because I am losing patience. And also, I said I wouldn't end the stream until. So I'm gonna be cautious. That's what I can do. If I'm close enough. There we go. That's attack. That's an attack you can just roll into. That was complete luck. That was not planning to run into the wall there. That's an attack. Now, if only I could predict he's trying to do that. Have it. I think I can do one more unsheathed. Damn. I'm gonna go under that one. It seems like some of the attacks get slightly different when he upgrades his sword, on top of him also getting new attacks. Okay, so it seems like if not the upgrade caused him not to be up front. Instead, I wasn't close enough. If you're too far away, he doesn't get a second set of swings. Do it again. Do it again, you son of a bitch. Oh. Okay, that was just my mistake. I was sure he was going to be stunned by that point. It'd be really nice to be able to get a stun meter so I could like judge what my attacks are doing. And a bleed meter. I wish I could just enable, you know. I wish there was a setting that would let me see the oh shit. Let me see the different meters so I could get an idea of what my attacks are actually doing. go the wrong way. Chad, I'm dying. So I think when he does the scream, I need to do a jumping attack because it's hard to punish with the unsheath. Gotta walk up and Okay, so I was wrong. It's just most of the time fast. I don't know if that's RNG or if it has to do with where I was positioned or what. Alright, chat, I lied. I'm ending the stream.